All right, we are live. Y'all give me just one moment. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to be posting this to a few different places. Welcome in. All right, welcome in, everybody. We're looking at a few different coins today. Looks like Ross Coin might be doing a reversal here. We set up a one-sided hybrid spot / bid ask. We bought some Ross Coin at the bottom, and we set it up to ride it on the way up. We just got into it, and it came up a little bit, came back down, and looks like it's trying to move back into that range. We didn't close it and create a new position because it just barely dipped below where we were in at. It looks like it's above where we entered in at, but it hasn't filled on the chart yet, so we'll see. But it does look like, based on the MACD here, based on the support that it bounced off of twice, that it is going to start to move back up. So we'll continue to watch that. We are also in a few other big hitters. We're in Grift, we're in Buzz, we're in ARC. I set up a one-sided Moby pool in case it did dip because of the soul dipping. But it looks like Sol dipped a little bit and then started to make its way back up. So I think that Moby's probably going to continue upward. Let's see. It does look like it might come back down a little bit. It's hard to read. You can see that it's starting to tighten its range here. So it's not really giving me a ton of information. It's close to the 0 line on the MACD, and it's crossed multiple times here. Crossed here, here, and here. And it looks like it might be crossing again within a short time range near the 0 line, which means it's just kind of sitting sideways right now. So not really sure what Moby's going to do. Again, we just set up a one-sided Sol pool, so it's not like we made $7 and then it just moved out of position. So we'll go ahead and close it and wait to see what happens. That way we have some liquidity to work with. We've also got a DeFi tuna pool up. We've been messing around with both Sol USDC and Sol JLP. And we have a position here with Sol JLP. We have it very, very, very tight. And so we're between 47 and 48, basically only 1% down and like 1.2% up. We did a slight long for DeFi tuna, meaning that we set it to where we were borrowing slightly more JLP than Sol, which is essentially meaning that we're longing Sol. And so we want to close it out near where we entered. I literally set this up not very long ago, and I've already earned $31 and only 53 cents in debt. You can see I'm earning 7.8% on the day. Now, I won't be able to run this all day unless Sol decides to sit between between like 213, 214 and the like 206. Somewhere I need Sol to basically sit between like here and here. If it does this, it can move out of it like slightly, like temporarily. But if it sits between here, then this will do really, really well today. If not, then it won't. I made a really tight range. I wanted to just test out like how much yield I can earn and how quickly I can earn it. I set this up literally like 30 minutes ago or less. And so it's already earning a ridiculous amount. So we'll come back to that. We'll keep watching it. We're also watching Lumo, which is a lower market cap coin. So I got into it last night. You can see I bought down here and sold up here. And then we're looking at a few others like Ross Coin, which it's trying to reverse here on the way up, which is why we bought some and set up a pool. If it ends up not doing that, we'll close out and just take a small loss on it. But it still looks like it's gonna reverse. It's very, very close here on the line. So we also have dealing Buzz. Are we in Buzz right now? I think we are. Yeah, we're in Buzz. Let's see. Did we set up I think I set up a one-sided on this. Yeah, I set up a one side. So it's barely been kind of tapping on it as well. It does look like it's going to reverse as well. This might be a good spot to do a spot strategy on something like this. Again, I'd set this up. I'd taken profit on both Buzz and on Moby because they both had just done really, really well for me. And then I set up Sol one-sided on the way down in case they dipped because it looked like Sol was going to dip, but now Sol's moving back up some. So I'm not sure that it will continue to do that. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Gaurav, Alex, good thing. Can you take a look at Pippin? Yeah, I've been talking about Pippin a little bit. A lot of people have been asking me about it. it's just been moving so much slower than the rest of the market. It came down just as hard as everything else, and then it didn't pick back up. Now that may have changed. Let's take a look. I closed out and took some losses on Pippin. It does look like it's come up a little bit, so that's good. It just took a much longer time to do it. I don't know. I mean, if Sol makes another rip back up, which honestly it's kind of doing that now, then it might do well. Pippin might, but if not, it's kind of looking like it might dip a little more. It's hard to tell, honestly. Right now with the market, with it coming up really high, dipping back down a little bit, there's a lot of things that are kind of just sitting sideways right now. And so right now it's hard to make a read on anything exactly what it's, I mean, literally everything is just sideways, which is good for DLMMing. Honestly, it's a good for like spot positions and things like that. But basically I'm looking at both the MACD and the RSI, trying to find some good entries on what we could use while still holding. You can see if I go to Ultra LP here, you can see my Griff pull is still way up. My ARC pull is still doing really, really well. Ross coin, I'm down just a little bit on because I'm expecting it to reverse upward, but we're still watching to see what it's going to do. I'm okay taking a small loss if it doesn't move up from here. But it is looking like that's what it wants to do. So we'll keep holding there and look for it to bounce back up. And then we're looking to maybe enter into a few other ones. I'm trying to decide if we're going to get into Buzz or Moby or maybe something else. I'm probably going to stay away from Pippin right now. The volume, you can see the 5-minute volume is 24K. Even though it had a little bit of a spike here and the 1 hour is at 1 million, which is good, the 24K on the 5 minutes kind of low. If you look at like Moby, the 5 minutes, 124K. Griff did 61. Well, it dipped down to 29 there, but it was a little bit higher just a moment ago. And then, yeah, ARC is 208K. So you can see like the 5 minutes on these 73K on Buzz are much higher. Ross coin 150K, right? So some of these that we're looking at have much higher 5 minutes. Lumo has a 60K there. Whereas Pippin's at 26K, so it's a little bit lower. So I think like the volume on it may not be quite as good. I'm not sure what it's going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and get off of it for now. Spontaneous Sojourns, do you recommend a high-fee BinStep Sol Jupe pool for when the Jupe airdrop goes live? Bid ask one side DCA with Sol because it will tank in price with many selling their airdrop. Potentially. I mean, I think that what will end up happening with Jupe, they're also going to be burning like 30 billion, I forget, a big, not billion, 30 million, I think, tokens. And so that'll be offsetting the airdrop a lot. And so there definitely will be some people selling. So it may be a good opportunity to set up a one-sided Sol pool that dips down. And then people might, because of the burn and stuff, and because of people who want to hold Jupe long-term, they may say, hey, like, this is a good point of entry. They may buy it up and it may come back up. So it may be, honestly, but I just don't know. There may be a lot of liquidity. The fees may not be super good. So I'll watch it and see if it's good, but it's not something I'm like expecting to be amazing. CF Rubin, good morning. Could you look at Gary Network? Is that a coin? I mean, this has like no volume or liquidity, so I'm not sure what that is. Could you give me like a coin to look at, or if you want me to look at a Twitter account? Is that what you're asking about? We'll be having Ashen come on in just a moment as well. I think he's coming on now. Let me see if I can bring him on up. Ashen, you'll need to unmute your mic as well. Let me bring you on the stage if you're ready here.
What up?
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Welcome.
Sound check.
Yeah, we can hear you fine, man. Welcome on.
Nice. What's up, bros?
Oh, is that
this cat? Yeah. Can you see me? Bro,
yeah, I can see you now.
Single...
I think the cat made your stream lag.
No, on God, he did. Join the chat.
Yeah.
Connect. What's up, bro?
Awesome, man. Hey, doing good, man. We're just chatting about DLMM stuff like normal, talking about the market a little bit, looking at a few different things between, Meteora, nice. DeFi Tuna, some different stuff like that. Obviously, looking at Sol as it's been pumping up and trying to get a read on if it's going to keep going up.
Oh, sorry. I was saying, can you go back to Ross coin? What is this coin? I saw so much of it on Twitter like the past 2 days, but I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, so I don't know a ton about it. I do know that Ansem posted about it, and so it launched, which you can see happened here, like absolutely launched up. And then it's had a decent amount of like volume and like mind share and stuff around it. And so I waited for the dip. You can see I bought here. So I'm watching. I set up a pool to be able to hopefully ride it on the way back up. And
Nice.
so we're just waiting to see if it's, I think I bought near the bottom. We'll see. But let me go see. We can look at the Twitter
Interesting. You got
here.
a gold check with how many mutuals? 2, 3 mutuals. Those are 3 pretty good mutuals too. Onsum, Soul Princess, and K Money. Those are the KOLs, right?
Yeah, yeah. But that could be a good or bad sign, right? Like it could be like, is it only KOLs or is it like,
Yeah.
more organic? It's got 3,200 followers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but it's
like
a
that.
multi-agent, multi-framework swarm, right? So let's see. Yeah, an AI coin around Ross. A lot of crypto people were around during early Silk Road
How did I
days. Plus,
miss an
Trump is always
Onsum
pushing crypto.
show? Bro,
Yeah,
I,
dude, I don't
I
know.
must, dude, I must have been tapped out if I missed an Onsum show. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. He said this. It wasn't that long ago, though. It's like,
Yeah.
I
5
guess,
hours, 3, 4 hours.
yeah, just under 4 hours ago.
Damn. Damn.
But yeah, it's like it's got this whole like public release behind like Ross Ulbricht's voice to further his ideals of freedom, that kind of stuff, multi-frameworks. There's like this whole thing, and basically somebody like created a coin around this idea. And also like you can see here he says like Trump had pledged to pardon him on day one. Like he had gotten in trouble, then he made this. So it's got the whole like, freedom, like, free the person, the guy that's like, whatever, kind of similar to
Whatever
like
guy
the animal like
that's in
euthanization
jail.
stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Whatever guy that's in jail for some bullshit reason, free him. Even if he's
right.
a fucking criminal, free him. Because then the coin does
Yeah,
better.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I
And
saw
so
something
someone made a
similar.
coin around this. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw something
Okay.
similar a few days ago. I lost like fucking 8 soul on this coin that was about that one vampire guy, the never die guy. You know what I'm talking about? He does the anti-aging stuff.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I haven't really looked at a
Yeah.
lot of that, but yeah.
Yeah, somebody made a coin off of his research, and then you talk to the agent, and then the agent tells you everything you need to know about his research, and then the blah 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 on chain. And I thought it was brilliant. I was like, this is a fucking great idea because this guy has actually
Yeah.
really good ideas, and what he talks about is pretty cool. But then it
Yeah.
was like Deb held 30-40% of the token and wouldn't lock it. And I was like, man, fuck, man. Like, you guys are fucking up the coin, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the only hard part about like Ross Coin is that it seems pretty cool. Like Ansem tweeted and it like absolutely ripped, but like, is it done now? Right. Like people taking their profits and stuff. And so that's the only thing that I'm trying to watch right now. I use like some different indicators like the MACD here, and it looks like you can see like the sell pressure is dropping a lot. And so that's kind of why I bought down here looking like it would make that reversal. I'm looking at the 5-minute chart. So I'm hoping that it does. It doesn't look super promising right now. So if I have to like, I don't normally like bag hold stuff for a long time when I'm DLMing, especially stuff that's like newer and younger and stuff. Now I hold the heck out of like ARC and Grift and stuff like that. These do amazing for me.
Dude, Grift,
but
Grift and ARC
yeah.
all-time highs was like 2 days ago, right?
Yesterday. Oh yeah, let's see. January 15th. Yeah, yesterday.
Yep. I was literally watching that coin. Bro, fucking January 13 or January 12. I was looking at like fucking 40 different AI coins, and the 2 that I bid was fucking ALK and then some other bullshit that's down. Everything else rebounded except the 2 shit that I bought yesterday.
Yeah. I think Swarms and Pippin did bad, maybe.
Pippin hit really high, crazy numbers though. I had that at fucking 20 mil, bro. Who would have thunk it would hit 240?
I know. I was really surprised when Pippin like launched. I've been talking to the Grift team, and they're really, really cool. They're a solid team. I've done 2 calls with them now, talking about AI stuff because they're like focused on DeFi, and like so you can like look right here. Like, I don't know if you've messed with this, but like they have like an LP specialist about like pairs and stuff, but they also just allow you to like invest in different stuff. They recently added Whale Watcher. So like if Whale Watcher sees that like something happens, you can have it like the AI automatically buy something that like Whale Watcher posts about. You can do like, they have AIX BT agent. So like, tell me what tokens I should buy after analyzing 5 tweets from AIX BT agent, right? So they have this integrated in. And so it'll pull up the tweets and show you like which ones it's been talking about recently. And then it can be like, do you want to buy these? And then you can do it. And you just like, you load your wallet in here. Like I have a wallet set up with $2,100. And so I could have it set up like it's got Meteora's API to where if I want to do LPing, it's got a bunch of stuff, which is really, really cool. Yeah. And so like, I'm actually talking to them right now about trying to like get it to where, you know, like I answer a bunch of questions around like DeFi and stuff like that. And they can basically take all of my live streams. I've got like, I don't know, 50 of them or something, as well as a bunch of other information. And then just basically like put my brain into it to where instead of people like asking me the same questions over and over, I can have them go to this bot and it'll like answer it for me basically. And so I'm talking to them about like what that would look like. I love AI and like, obviously I do DeFi. So everything around this is pretty exciting. So the Griff team is like, they're legit. Like they're 2 young dudes that are like hungry. And they're a beast and they have a huge team behind them. They're actually like, they're venture backed. They're not like a lot of these teams that are just like trying to make it. So like they started as a cross-chain payment. Like that's what they started as. And they got a ton of money to be venture backed. So they have a massive team, which is how like, if you go to their Twitter, like Orbit Crypto AI, like just go over the past few days. Like, look at this. They just launched numbers today too. They have really good engagement and stuff. But like, look, just today they launched the AIX BT style. But like, if you just scroll through, like that was 7 hours ago, and then look here, boom, we support Polygon DeFi ecosystem. They're doing cross-chain stuff right there, and then you keep going and like, let's see, January 15th, yesterday they added the whale watch. You know, you can scroll through and then literally it's like 3 or 4 times they're like shipping like new features like every single day almost, you know, like they're just pumping stuff out. They have a ridiculous team. So this is one I've been talking about since they were at like, I don't know, 30 mil maybe or something. I talked about it a few times. 140, I think.
Yo, that's great. I saw this, I'm pretty sure at 20 mil around then too. And it was a part of the list of like 40 I was looking at. But bro, that video that you just went over on their Twitter, when they have like the window zoomed out on the Mac interface and they're showing the dev is debbing, that is the best sign of this exactly here. That is the best sign ever that your dev is doing some cool shit. Exactly. If they have a screen like this with something in the background and they're talking for 20 minutes, like that is a really good sign for your token.
Yeah, I agree.
That's so crazy.
But yeah, dude, there's a lot of good stuff. But like Arc, do you know much about Arc?
Yeah, they do AI agent launching as well, right?
No. So they're a whole framework. So they have a rig framework. Ooh. All right. So like I'm gonna just show you on this too real quick. Okay. So imagine like everything in Web 2 AI is to integrate it into Web 3. It's hard because like it can do all the stuff in Web 2. But then like, all right, how does that actually help us in Web 3 on the blockchain? And so Arc literally is the framework they're building is using the Rust language, the native Solana language. So like if you code in whatever, Java, C++, whatever, you're coding in Web 2. And then to integrate it into Web 3, you have to use APIs from the Solana blockchain, from CoinGecko, from wherever you're pulling from. And so it's slower. It's always going to be slower, right? Like, for instance, if I go to Bird Eye and I'm trying to look up a token price, right? It's going to be like, it's going to happen on chain. Someone's going to buy something. And then like 45 seconds to a minute later, it shows up on Bird Eye. The chart moves, right? But if you go to Vector, which Tensor stuff, right? As soon as it's bought on chain, their chart updates it because it's built on the Solana blockchain with the Rust language, right? And so it's a massive difference. Well, Arc is building a whole AI framework called Rig on the Solana blockchain using the Rust language. And so this is massive because like everything they do, like I'm behind teams that build like frameworks. They're like, there's like new tech. They're doing things that other people aren't doing it and they're doing it really, really well. And that's what Arc is. So they have they're also looking at doing stuff on Abstract, I think, but they're building
engagement is crazy.
Yeah, on-chain stuff. And like, obviously you can look, like I use Good Morning, Good Night and stuff. You can see like 5.3% of the people that own this own other blue chip tokens, which 5.3% is really high. Like anything like
That's
4%
good.
or higher is really good. Yeah.
I never
So
used
like if you go to
GMGN.
Oh, bro, let me send you my referral code, bro. You gotta use it. Look, Fartcoin is 5.8%, and
Yeah.
ARK is 5.3. This AI thing says 5.9. This may be some sort of scam. I don't know how they're doing that. I need to look at what that is. It's open for 33 minutes and it's at 35 mil. So I'm gonna look at that.
Go to the
But
Twitter.
anyway, you can go through and see
yeah.
like, yeah. See, look, this is some a
That's
rogue
kinda-
probability. See, look, rogue probability 51%. I mean, you can just look at the chart
Yeah.
and see that's not
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't look too good.
But yeah, anyway, you can use this to kind of determine like what's good or not, right? So like ARK
Mhm.
is one of those ones that I've held, but I've been look, let me show you this. I've been DLMing ARK since it was at like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 mil. If I just would have held, I'd be stupid rich. But you never know
Dude.
what it's gonna do, right? But look at this 100 bin 1% pull on ARK, I've earned 18,800 in fees.
That's
I've just been
insane.
DLMing it forever. Yeah. I mean,
What was your
it's been doing
initial
really, really
put in? What was your initial capital for this pool?
Oh, I have no idea. I've gone in and out of it. So this pool is like, this is the total amount I've earned as I've been in and out of it. But I've probably had as like, it's a ton. And that doesn't include the other ARK pools that I've been in as well. Like I've been in like an 80, the 80 bin, 0.8% maybe. I've probably earned some on this. Yeah, I got 1,000 on that. Anyway, I can mix it up. But anyway, ARK's amazing. Like every time that the market's dipped, it's always come back stronger. It always dips like less than everybody else. I mean, look, let me go to like a 4-hour chart. ARK is
you
like
have a comment. You have a comment here. Jador said, "Can you send that website link?" I think he's talking about GMGN, maybe.
Oh, is he's in the comments on Twitter?
This is YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube.
Hey,
can
brother,
you
send me a link too. Send me a link.
I got you. I got you.
I want one too.
So yeah. So this is the link here. So basically, if you good morning, good night, I preach it a ton. One, because I love using it. I used Bird Eye and Deck Screener forever, and the charting was just slower. So even if you just use the charting, it's good. Obviously, my referral won't do jack if you use just the charting. But hey, use whatever you want. Like that's awesome. But they have a trading bot built in over here. And so like if I'm looking at a coin, like you can see my buys and sells, which is awesome because it shows you like where you're entering and exiting and stuff like that. Like I sold in multiple places. Like it shows you where I bought
I have
here,
this coin.
Right?
I love Buzz, by the way.
Which one? Buzz? Yeah. Buzz is doing good also. Yeah. You can see I bought down here right before the mega pump.
That's fucking insane. Wait, do you do like market cap or price?
So it's both, but all of these coins that are created on pump.fun have a billion supply. And so if it's at a price of 10 cents or like right here, it's like 1.08, that's 108 million market cap.
Nice.
So,
okay, cool.
So I don't need to, So it's easy because I leave it on the price and then I know what the market cap is because they all have a billion. If it's like on pump or moonshot or anything like that. And even people who create them otherwise, everyone does like a billion now. It's like the thing. There's some that aren't, but for the most part, like that's the case. And then of course, also if like someone burns like a giant like amount of coins, like the price can stay the same, but the market cap will change obviously because the market cap is based on the total supply. So, oh shoot, what was that? Oh yeah. So good morning, good night has the trade bot. Yeah, go ahead. I'll tell you about that after. Let me drop this in the comments.
Yeah. No, sorry about that. I just wanted to ask for your opinion on it. So I bought 2 tokens the other day. I bought Buzz because I like that it's new and I like that it's like kind of pioneering DeFi AI type beat stuff. And then I bought a token called NEUR, NEUR. Have you seen that? What do you think about that?
NEUR,
I need you to confirmation bias. I want you to confirmation bias my purchase.
Well, Buzz I like. Clearly you can see like I'm in Buzz. And as the price of Sol moves up, Buzz is going to move up and do pretty good also, I think.
Wow, we're at 213? Oh my God, bro. I bought some Sol at like 186 the other day, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's up a lot. I actually need to close out of my DeFi tuna pool real quick. So I don't know if you've seen DeFi tuna. It's pretty cool.
No, they're insane. Juicy and Fabiano love this protocol. They actually did a stream for them, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, Fabiano, me and him are on a lot of the same stuff. I find like either I post about it and he's right after or vice versa.
I just texted him about what you were using with Grift and Orbit. I told him to check out Grift because he would love that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing like a video on like how to use it and stuff, probably either later today or tomorrow.
It's a great idea.
Some sort of like quick user guide, but but yeah,
Anything
I've been
AI
talking to
is a
them.
great idea.
I've like I mentioned the other day on Twitter, I was like, it would be amazing because I've literally for months now I've talked to people about this, like what it would be like to download my brain into a bot of like being able to do all the like DeFi stuff. Cause like it takes me a long time, like to research, to look at something, to chart it out, to like look at Twitter, you know, do all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, bro, if I could put this in a bot that does it, it would benefit me, but also if other people could use it, that would be really, really cool as well. And so that's what I'm like.
God.
Like I'm asking the Griff team about that, and so we're starting off with just like the information right side of things, but then like I'm hoping like this. I don't know for sure we're going to be doing it or anything like that, but like I'm hoping that we can move into like making that more complex. But even just the information side will be cool to be able to ask questions and stuff.
Dude, if you,
all right,
it's
where was
funny
I?
too. What you're talking about is training an AI that you could talk to yourself with, basically. You know, if I could
Yeah,
talk to
exactly.
myself, dude, that'd be the two things. I would never fucking leave the computer, or I'd want to kill myself. There's no, there's no in between. I'm like, this guy's fucking stupid, or like, damn, this guy's really cool. And then there's no in between.
Yeah. Well, the kind of the I'm gonna check out Near in just a second. I mean, the way that I looked at it is like I'm still like I'm a human. I have errors, right? But like if I can tell it what I do, and then it can like determine whether what I said was good or bad. Like we kind of do this anyway, right? We do this. Like we'll say, all right, I think this coin is gonna do well, so I'm gonna buy it right here. And then you're like, oh crap, like what did I do wrong? It didn't do well. And then you learn from your mistake and you change that. And then next time you go to buy it, you're like you remember, right?
Yeah.
And so, but if you could have AI do that like at like instant speeds and be able to do that like so much better than we can, not have that human aspect, but you can tell it what you do, and then it basically it's like, oh, something good happened, I'll remember that, and or something bad happened, oh, maybe you shouldn't have done that, what happened, right? And then it learns from that. Then you can just like start inputting all that in and basically make a better version of yourself as far as like your trading side of stuff, right?
Bro, that is a great idea as well, because when it comes to like objective market and what the market believes your trading is, and even if you think you're great, even if you are right, the market can prove you wrong. So I was thinking, I tweeted, I was DMing. Well, first of all, two things. I don't know how you're talking to all these teams. Nobody talks to me. I would love to talk to people. That'd be fucking great. Let it be not putting it out there. If you're doing some cool shit, please fucking DM me. That'd be so fun. But secondly, I did talk to one team. I DM'd them. And I was like, what if you could integrate it with like Telegram API, which is pretty easy. And then the AI that you train to do whatever it is that you're trying to do, like you're talking, like DMs you every now and then. It's like, hey, this thing that you put on a watch list here has hit your indicators and blah, blah, blah here. Maybe you want to take a look at the chart, and then it sends you the chart for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Orbit team had mentioned Telegram as something that could be like a future thing for that exact reason.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I agree. So like there's tasks on Orbit right now. So like you can set it up to do things and then let you know and remind you.
That's so cool,
the
bro.
notification thing they're like working on as far as like how that work. And I think eventually they're going to have this on mobile as well. Like they're shipping stuff like crazy, but I don't know when it's all going to happen, but I do know they want to optimize it for mobile. I do know that they're wanting to like optimize some different stuff. And this is all like free right now. Like you can do a ton of different tasks, all the payment swap and all that kind of stuff. It's all free. Eventually, I think they're going to monetize it, which they should, right? To be able to make money, like any AI thing. But right now, like you can come in and you can literally ask it to like let you know or like to do something. Right now they have, so like there's like HawkFi, there's like, you know, these different like automation sites that will help with like DLMMing, but also just notifications for trading and stuff. Right now it's like more manual. So like it'll let you know like, hey, it should do this, or it'll pop up with something. And then you manually have to sign the transaction. But like really soon, like who knows at the speed they're shipping, it could be like in the next few days or maybe next week, they're going to have it to where it will automatically do it for you if you want.
I agree. That'd be fucking insane. One question.
And so basically you could be like, when this token, when Buzz, or if Buzz drops here to this price, buy this much of it. And it'll just, while you're sleeping, it'll just do it. Like with Solana pumping, right? Like I could have had a set support or resistance line here, right? Like with Sol pumping. And I'd be like, if it hits, you know, whatever, where is it right here? 205, buy some. Like, and I'm buying it on the way up, but it could be because I know if it breaks above this, it's going to go higher. And then I can say, and then I could say if it, and then I could say like at, whatever percent profit or whatever price, like 210, sell it. And then last night while I was sleeping, the bot could have bought here and then sold up here. And I could have made like a couple grand, or something like that, just like in my sleep, So like the ability to do that would be insane. And they're working on it. They're going to have that. They already have tasks, but it's going to be all automated, which is going to be crazy.
My question for you here, first of all, everything you said is fucking brilliant. I think any and all things you can talk to something and they just do it for you, that's going to be the future, right. Especially if you can automate it to do things while you're sleeping or if you don't have the mind share to do it yourself. So my question is, for agents like this, because now I made a video on this as well. And when I was doing that research for the video, we're getting to a point where it's saturated. Like we have so many AI agents for sure. And now we have so many AI infra that you can talk to do on-chain stuff for you. So how would you say Orbit or Grift is better than like Graphane or Buzz when it comes to certain stuff? Because if you can tell one to do X thing on-chain and then if then statements for on-chain stuff, like how do you know which one's better then?
So, I mean, I think that's the beautiful thing about like a free market economy is that like they're all trying to be the best, and the ones that do it the best are going to be the ones that end up taking off. And that's the whole gamble, right? On the bet of things like how well is something going to do. And like right now, because of innovation, because of just how much attention AI has and how much, money and volume and everything is around it, like I think we'll see like there's probably going to be like 8 to 10 of them at the very least that are going to do like really well, which is a high number. Like when you think about it, like there's not 8 to 10 like phone companies you can think of, right? Like there's not 8 to 10 like Amazons that, like there's usually like 1 or 2 or 3, you even think about big like shopping places, right, in the world, like Target, Walmart, like there's not that many. There's some that just take over, but we're at the point now where there's a bunch that are going to do fairly well. And eventually I think we'll get to where it's like, there's some where there'll be just a few that take over. And that's the ones you're trying to like figure out and bet on. But I think like right now, like Buzz, Grift, Graphane, Arc, like those are some of the ones that I think are in that. And then maybe Nur, maybe Moby, like I'm trying to like, I'm always Moby's like constantly looking at these. Yeah. It's honestly so much. It's hard to keep up with. Like, it's hard to figure out like which ones are going to do what.
Yeah. Fucking Moby launched at 30 mil, and then within 2 days, it's already at 110 mil. I FOMO'd at the top, 33 mil, and then I real quick sold out because I was like, ain't no way I'm about to fucking top blast this fucking Moby Dick coin, and I got fucked. No way! You traded this shit incredible. Nice. That's fucking insane.
Look, so I bought it 29, sold it 50, bought it 43, bought again at 51, sold it 73 some, and then I sold the rest at 108.
Hey, fuck yeah. And fuck that. Take your money and run from this type of market.
Stop.
Alexa,
she's just
take
jealous.
off your clothes.
I'm talking about AI. She's jealous.
Bro, this is a crazy trade.
It worked out really, really well. But like I just used the trend lines and like RSI, MACD and stuff and did it along the way. And I DLMM'd it along the way also. And so I made a crap ton of, I think I haven't posted about it. It's going to post in 35 minutes or 40 minutes.
Nice.
But my Moby trade, but I think I ended up being up like 70% on it ROI in
That's
like a day and a half or something like that. Yeah, it was crazy.
And look on the bottom, it's a recent tweet from 5 minutes ago. It's literally shilling itself. It is the most purchased large cap coin.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, I'm not shilling myself.
Crazy.
I'm just talking about the best coins. I just happen to be one of them. Yeah.
Hey,
that's funny.
Suffering and success. That's what we call that. They're doing so well, they have to talk about themselves, bro.
Yeah. I mean, Moby's a pretty cool name too. Like, yeah.
They deserve the win too, bro. Like that team, Acid Dash, and the team behind Graphane, I've known them for 3 fucking years at this point, bro. Those guys deserve it. No, more than anybody.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Acid Dash, I've been using since 2020.
Yeah, Acid Dash is great. Are they
April
the same people that made Graphane?
Fucking crazy. It's powered by Graphane. So Tony Placentia, the main dev behind Graphane, him and then the guys behind Acid Dash are the guys. Oh, again, it's powered by Graphane. It's not the actual same team, but like using their tech is what they do.
Yeah. Okay,
Graphane is fucking crazy.
Yeah. So Graphane posted something, was it yesterday? That was pretty big. Is that where the pump happened over here? Yeah, yesterday. I don't know if you saw this.
Where did it post?
Meet your favorite agent only on graphane.com. Yeah, so you can what is it?
What is that?
I went and made one of these. I didn't have time to like read through it, but you can go. I think you can go mint and. Oh wait, no. What is it? What did they post about? Hold on. There's something. Oh wait, maybe it was Metaplex. They posted about
I saw
using
that. I
Graphene.
saw that. Yeah, I
Is that
saw
what
that
they
you can
talked
like
about?
reintegrate a Metaplex.
Oh yeah. What if every AI agent has its own NFT? You can go mint an NFT for free that's going to be like its own agent or something. I don't know. I went and did it because I was like, I don't want to get left behind on this crap, but I haven't had time to like look at it.
Yeah.
But I think they're using
it's
Graphene
working.
maybe. I forget.
Dude, it's working. It's
Here it
because
is.
that team is like fully dev or fully doxed, not scammers, been on Sol for 3+ fucking years. They've been building on Sol. They deserve it, bro.
Yeah. So look, Graphene. The post says, "Good morning. We've partnered with Metaplex to make digital assets as easy as typing. Get a taste of the first agent-powered mint with Agent Good Morning." And so you can see here, it literally is. It's an NFT mint. It like goes in here. This is on Graphene.
This is what I meant by the video. If your dev is a video, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, exactly. Griff does the. I mean, Orbit does this as well. Look, brilliant. Your GM NFT is successfully minted. It just minted an NFT in like seconds.
That's so cool.
Like, you know how, bro, remember when like 3 years ago, even 2 years ago, and people are like trying to figure out Candy Machine and like all this like crazy crap, which by the way, the people that do DeFi tuna built Candy Machine. I don't know if y'all know that. Little alpha on DeFi tuna there. So they are the ones that literally built the Candy Machine. But anyway, a lot of these guys have been around a while and they've been like building this stuff and getting ready to ship it. So like Orbit has been being built for over a year now. And they said like when they were talking about agents, when they built it back in the day, people were like, what the heck is an AI agent? You know, like the term wasn't like a buzzword yet. People were so confused, but they started building this a year ago. And then obviously it's like taken off. And so that's why they're able to do so well, because they already have so much built. They were already back. They were using agents. Like the goal is to build these agents to do like a bunch of cross-chain stuff, which they're still kind of doing, but they're focusing heavy on like a lot of the DeFi stuff now and like how to like the LP specialist and stuff like that. That's what they're like mainly focused on right now because there's so much, room and growth for it. But I haven't looked into Moby a ton. Your AI co-pilot for crypto powered by Asset Dash, Whale Watch Alert, Graphene. So what does it do? I haven't even looked. I traded it amazing and I don't even know what it does.
Bro, you don't need to know what it does. You need to follow the volume. But what it does,
that's what I do.
It's by the Asset Dash team, powered by Graphene, so automatically 2 winners. And what it does is that it's whale watching, but using AI, it takes the data on chain and gives you even more detailed descriptions of the whale watching, just like this.
Okay.
I like seeing Buzz at the top of this list. Send that shit to fucking 250, please, bro. I have so much of Buzz, bro. I traded that shit. I fumbled it, bought back in. I traded that coin like 3 times, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, Noor is breaking my heart. This is not good.
I'm going to sell my Ross coin because it's not doing what I wanted to do. Noor, I'm not sure. Like, we're talking about all this stuff, but I'm like, what is Noor? Oh, it already pulled it up here.
I think it's like a type beat thing like Graphene and like Orbit. So I was like, okay, this is basically like a Graphene and Orbit beta. But I like that they can, they just released, if you look at their recent tweets, you can launch a Pump Fun coin on their thing. I thought that was cool. So that's why I bought it.
Yeah. Probably a studio.
And it has really good engagement on there.
So the cool thing about these AI agents, right? Like, I don't really want to like bet on one agent. I want to bet on like the platforms that are launching the agents. A lot of times, like there will be agents that do really well, like in their own. But like ultimately, I think it's going to be, that's why like I like ARC, I like Grift because they're like the Grift token, but Orbit, because like their Orbit site, these are all agents right here. And so the Orbit itself is not the agent. It's the platform that's going to be launching all the agents. And so like, I'm trying to get behind the teams that are building the stuff that I'm going to be able to have like right here. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 agents. This is all like DeFi, like trading stuff, like Whale Watcher. And like, I can integrate all these in together to like do research to see when stuff's popping up between Whale Watcher and AIX BT. And then I can like have it set me up a pool and like, and obviously like a lot of the automation and the integration still like coming together on it. Like it's, it's not like perfect yet, but I mean, none of the AI stuff is yet, but it's like the fact that it has the base here, like that's why I bet in stuff like this. Stuff like Nurse seems really, really cool. I'm like, are they a platform? Are they doing agents? It's an agent itself. But also they all have like different niches, you know, and some of them may be used more than others. Like not all of them are going to go to like 500 mil market cap. But if they,
Yeah.
you know, maybe NUR is one that sits between 50 and 100 and it just sits like that for a while, you know, like that could be good if you're, you know, doing stuff with DeFi on it, you know, maybe not to buy and sell for like a huge flip, but you know, it might sit steady and like that's good. We're gonna need like the big dogs and kind of the ones that are in the middle doing the niche stuff. And like Nurse seems like it might be doing something more around like browsing and like web URL stuff, which is really cool as well. It's just different. So I don't know. A lot of these coins will sit around for a while and then all of a sudden they'll drop like one announcement because they have like some new thing and they're like, boom, you know? So it's like,
bro, a lot
of these, sometimes it's good to just sit in them.
Yeah. Did you see Ava and did you see AVB?
AVB?
AVB and then Ava, both coins I held for like, they were literally down 80% for like 2 fucking months. And then randomly some bullish announcement and they went fucking crazy. This shit's at fucking 300 mil. I had this at like 20. And I sold everything at like 200 because I was like, okay, I'm going to take that. I'm not going to get greedy.
Yeah.
Then it just kept going. I was like, how? If you look at the chart and go all the way back to like maybe November, December type beat, it was so dead for like a whole month. And then look at this chart, bro.
This is December, yeah. And then it's just launched.
And then look at AVB as well.
Look at Grift. It did the same thing. Look, this is Grift.
It's crazy, bro.
Look right here.
That's fucking crazy. Dude, these charts are unheard of in crypto.
Right here. Boom. Yeah.
It's at that point, before that boom, that's like when shit is like, okay, this is dead. I'm never fucking touching this coin again. 1 of 10,000.
Right.
But with AI, if the dev keeps deving, you could very much so revive on a coin that's down 80, 90%. It's crazy stuff, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You can.
Yeah. All right, listen, bro. I got a diss.
Me up.
Wait, hold on. First of all, I hope that coin works out for you. I hope Ross coin works out. But
it's not. I'm going to sell it right now and just take the loss. Hey, also, last thing on the good morning, good night. You can integrate your wallet directly into it, right here, so that when you trade and stuff, it actually is doing it from your main wallet, and you can set up your slippage, all that kind of stuff, buy and sell. This is the thing that I shill to people. Obviously, I get a referral off of it. If you trade and use it, it comes back to me, which is great. But it's also just like a really good platform. It's super dope, like being able to buy and sell and see it all there. So anyway, I was going to say that for anyone who wants to use it for you. Hey, thank you so much for coming on, dude. We'll have to do some more of this for sure, and I'll have to start sending teams your way so that they can chat with you about it.
Bro, first of all, I just signed up with your referral. I use Telegram. So you're about to get $2 in rev share fees from me. You're welcome. And secondly, anybody that you, dude, this is anybody ever, but you're locked in, much more tapped in than I am. Well, in the team center for sure, bro. You're fucking killing it. It's incredible work. So if somebody's doing something cool, hit him my way. Be like, yo, talk to this idiot. He might have some good insight.
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
All right. Thank you for having me, bro. I'll see you.
All right, man. Thanks. Have a good one, bro.
See you guys.
Peace.
See ya.
All right. So we're back. We're going to do some more DLMM, talk about some different stuff. It was fun to have Ashen on. We talked a lot about AI. Like AI and DeFi are like coming together in a way that's just like really, really, really dope. And I think it's going to be cool to see like what that looks like. You know, I've been doing so much stuff manually, and so many people that watch me, like y'all, like ask me all these questions about different stuff. And it's like, honestly, sometimes it can be a little exhausting, not because like, I'm like, oh, I'm exhausted at y'all asking the questions, but it's just to be able, like, I can only do so much. I can only answer so many people. I only have so much time in the day. And so just the idea of trying to help everybody that I want to help is difficult, you know? And so like, obviously I do my live streams, I can create videos. And even then, like I have tons of videos out there and I'm going to be putting out more. And it's like, people still want to learn more. And like, y'all want to absorb information. I'm like, that's amazing. Cause that's how I am. Like I watch tons of videos. Whenever I started, I got into stuff, like I dove into the weeds and learned a lot of it myself, obviously, but like being able to have AI be able to help you learn stuff quicker and faster. And then also have a lot of the automated stuff, you know, to be able to like help you to where instead of like HawkFi is a really cool product and they have the automation stuff. And like, there's other things that have that as well. And even like using Ultra LP and looking at their, let me sell this real quick. It's down. I should have sold it sooner, but I was on that call. So I took more of an L than I wanted, but let me get out of a lot of this so it's not all bogged up. Okay, cool. And so like, but the idea of you being able to have all the automation is really cool with AI, right? So like HawkFi is really cool, but but like eventually like AI will be able to do what it does and it'll be smart about it. It'll be able to tell you like, you know, maybe instead of having it just based on time or based on like, oh, if it reaches this price, you could be like, hey, depending on what the market's doing, if it does this and then this, like, you know, you can add in all these different things. And so I'm really excited. I'm trying to talk to a bunch of teams like Orbit and some other ones about like the potential for AI and what that would look like and how I can get involved and stuff. And so I'll keep you all updated on that. I'm excited to see what the informational side of things will be, to where you can go ask it questions and it'll answer based on answers I've done before. Like it literally can take these live streams and these videos and like upload all that in there. It's going to be crazy. Joseph, what's up, man? Nice. Thanks. LFG Hector. Yeah, absolutely. Solana Shepherd, what do you think about Zalgo? It's low cap, but there's a lot of holders and traction. I don't really know what it does though. Let's take a look, bro. All right, Zalgo. It's low cap, 13.8. Yeah, I mean, that's not like crazy low. Obviously, it came down with everything else and is like fought back up a little bit. I feel like I remember seeing this forever ago. I assume this is the Zalgo you're talking about, Solana Shepherd. Can you confirm? The GORVU pump fund one. It says it's got a 50% rug probability, but a lot of these, sometimes Good Morning, Good Night sees that. And it's because like it may have already attempted the rug, right? Like the dev may have bought and sold or something like that, or I don't know why it thinks that. Maybe the dev sold. I don't know. Let's check out Twitter though and see. That's that one. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at it, man. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Oh yeah. I remember seeing this guy in Zalgo. That's right. I remember seeing this when it was much higher. What did it go to? Yeah, it went all the way to like 70, 80 mil. Yeah, look, you can see I sold here. I don't know where I bought in at, but I sold here. Dev bought a ton. It doesn't say the dev sold, so I'm surprised it's got this rug probability thing. I don't know if it was like, there's no more like insiders or anything in it. And so Solana's still doing good. I was just checking on that. I need to add another graphane pool. I need to add Buzz. There's a bunch that I need to add onto this. I just have these right now, which are absolutely cooking, especially Grift. But I'm in the top part of that range. You can see I've been selling off a little bit. These have been the fees that I've been earning. Yeah, Zalgo, I'm not too sure, man. Like, did they? He says we're building this, and then you kept. Oh, he was talking about Mobi. Well, Zalgo follows closely from Four Whales. Yeah, I mean, so some whales and stuff recently have been buying Zalgo. I mean, honestly, like they've got good tweet interaction and stuff. The chart looks decent, but I'm like, what is this? Trustless engineering. Like, I don't know if they're like their Twitter does a good job of doesn't really do a good job of like telling me what they do. Globally synchronized data intelligence across real-time data markets, improve your user product experience, know your customer with KYC. Like none of this stuff says Zalgo. So I'm like, is Zalgo a random coin? I forget. Maybe y'all know more about it, but it has been mentioned in one of the last posts of Mobi. Yeah, I saw that Mobi had posted about it. ARC and Eliza Labs now true partnership accelerate. Yeah, I mean, this is ARC, but Miles reposted about ARC, which is not Zalgo. Honestly, I see a ton of stuff on this Miles guy's Twitter, but I see very little about Zalgo. The only thing I saw was the retweet he made of Mobi. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like there might be something to this, but part of like the friction with tokens and how well they do is like how well do you communicate what you do? And like if you look at this chart, like zoomed out, like they did really well and it came up and then like it's just died off a lot. So like could it do well? Yeah. The volume's like not great. Honestly, the 5-minute volume's kind of high, probably because it was tweeted about. The 1 hour volume is mediocre. So like I wouldn't DLMM this. It's definitely not in a good spot for that. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not super impressed with it. Like, could it do well? Yeah, but that's my take on it. Do you trade coins related to events like Trump? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've been talking about soul pumping leading up to Trump's inauguration. Like, that dip didn't really, like, I wasn't too worried about that because I was like, I know it's going to go up. Now, maybe on the 20th it takes a dip. I don't know, but I think this year we see Sol do really, really well. So I'm holding for the long term, but definitely around stuff like this, I trade. I'm just not like hardcore longing or shorting Sol or anything. But I do buy and sell certain things based on that and adjust. Starseed. Yeah, I've seen some stuff on Starseed. It seems interesting. CF Roofing. Also, could you check Sora? Does it look like a normal correction for an AI meme? Yeah, let's take a look. I saw some stuff on Sora. I remember it dipping pretty heavily, but I couldn't remember. Let's take a look. Hey, we're up to almost 500 people between Twitter and YouTube watching. Thank you all so much for being here. Our YouTube numbers have been growing as well, the people that watch on the live streams. And so really appreciate y'all coming and checking us out. I do live stream every Monday, Wednesday. And then if I have special guests, sometimes I'll stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. I wanted to leave that up more flexible. I used to stream 3 times a week for sure. Now I'll guarantee I'm like doing it mostly 2 times a week. And then if I have special guests and stuff, I'll bring them on. But I wanted to give myself more time to be able to create more like educational videos and other types of videos and stuff like that, as well as to be able to do more research. Like a lot of the conversation I just had with Ashen was because like I'm diving into the weeds and like researching this stuff so that I can better make a decision on like what's good, like long-term buys and holds and DLMMing and stuff like that. I mean, on the RSI indicator, Sora looks pretty good. It also looks like it's about to swap trends to move upwards. So it could be a good time to get in, but it's at 4 million market cap. It came down from 20 mil. And it's fairly low right now. Like I wouldn't get into this, even though it looks like the charting of like the trend on the MACD and the RSI is showing me some like pretty strong numbers here. It may only be in the short term. So could you make a little money here? Yeah. But the fact that it's died off this much, and the volume on it's pretty decent actually. Like it's not too bad, but I would want to see more of a upward price action on this and see some fight back for a little while with some slow growth before I'd want to get into it. It's 4 million market cap, so it's still really risky that it could just die off even more. I don't know a ton about it. Like if I check on Twitter and stuff like that, let's take a look. So they have an AI conversation framework built in Go. I don't know what Go is with a focus on, bro, 1 of 10. I'm not going to, I mean, that's their first mistake right there, bro. I don't want to read through 10 things, like 3 or 4 max. The fact that they even have 1 of 10, I feel like I'm like, that's a lot. I guess they're all short, but still. What can Zen do? We got to work on our language. Like most people are going to read this and they're just going to be like, what is going on? You know, like I just don't know that this is like giving people the best information. Like it's hard to understand a lot of this. It's built-in OpenAI. So they used OpenAI to be able to build out this. I don't know. Like it might do all right. Again, like there's so much out there right now. It just doesn't excite me. Like based on the chart, based on what they're talking about on Twitter. Like when I get on the Twitter and I start reading it, like I need to see some stuff where I'm like, dang, this is cool. And I just don't see that right away on there. Let's see. Hey man, can you check on Concho? Yeah, I mean, Concho is just like an animal meme coin, right? Like I think a lot of the animal meme coin stuff are not doing super, super well. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty bad. It's at like 5.6 mil after coming up all the way to like 38 mil. It doesn't look great. Volume on it's really low. So I wouldn't be in it for sure. I definitely would not open a pool on that Cubsy. Goat index just dropped. I don't know if this is the right one or not. There's like multiple. Oh yeah, this is the fake one. I think both of these are fake. Let me go look on on Twitter. Goat index. This is it, right? Yeah. I thought I typed it in right, but I guess not. There it is. No, this doesn't look great either. What is this? This is their chart? Is this the right? This can't be the right one, right? It's followed by all the people. The data layer for on-chain AI. I mean, this looks dope. I'm not sure like what kind of insiders are in this. It's at 34 mil. I don't like if I'm looking at this chart, this is like a scam chart to me. Like that's initially what I see. Yeah, the supplies, the token LP token isn't even burnt. There's a lot of red flags around this. I know it's like it's literally a Solana hackathon thing, so it might be fine, but we're airdropping at launch. The first batch goes to M3 stakers and Meteora LP army, followed by an extra batch for the Solana AI community. We're currently working on locking the supply as outlined in the token and provide an update once it's completed. That was 48 minutes ago. I'll just tell y'all real quick, it doesn't take that long to lock the supply if they're just doing it in one lump sum. It's got good volume. This just looks, oh, I'm on the 4-hour chart. I'm an idiot. It still don't look good. Okay, they're using, I don't know. The fact that it jumped all the way up to 40 mil instantly looks weird. And then it looks like based on how this chart looks, they're using the same tech. Did they launch through Meteora using their LP thing? Because it looks similar to like Grass and a couple of these other ones that like help stabilize the token. It just looks weird. It's probably fine. It's just I'm used to like being super cautious and skeptical. Their go live post has the CA in the image so that I can't click on it. I don't know. This is interesting. It might do well. I'm going to wait and watch it. I'm unsure, but we'll keep watching it and see. Sora has been identified as a LARP by AlphaCode. Yeah, Sora doesn't look great. M3 stakers get airdrop. Volume out the gate is A. I dropped CA. Appreciate it, bro. How do you recommend someone to start out with Meteor? Like you would say, you need at least like 5K to actually make decent money earning fees. It's all percentage based, Cubsy. So like you don't need 5K, but because of like fees and different stuff, you probably want at least a couple $100 to get started. You can do it with less. People do it with like $50 all the time and do well. Yeah, that's it. The chart is weird because LP is on Meteor. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just it's weird that it jumped to 40 mil right away. Like there was, I guess, like snipers, right? Which you can see, like, there's some that are holding and selling. Like, who is that? Is that the team? Did they buy a bunch? Like, it's hard without more information. But like, if there were people who knew about this and were able to get into the launch and they bought like a crap ton of it early, which is why it went from like, you know, super low all the way up to like 40 mil instantly, like literally instantly. People had to buy like hundreds of Solana worth of this thing. And then this thing ends up going way up here. Like, people are just going to, the people who bought in that are the snipers are just going to end up dumping and selling it, you know? And so like, I'm not trying to get dumped on. So I'm going to let this thing go for a little while. I don't rush into stuff like this. I'm not going to FOMO in on it. It might do really well. I have no idea, but we'll wait and see. Are you exclusively Meteora? Opinion on others like Orca, DeFi Tuna, and Airdrome? Yeah, I mean, I use DeFi Tuna. I was using it earlier today. I have a whole video on DeFi Tuna. I use Meteora. I talk about HawkFi and like some other different automated stuff like that. And I don't use a ton of Orca, but like DeFi Tuna is through Orca, and so it's there. I haven't used Aerodrome. You'd have to tell me what that is. I'm not even sure. Kind of looks like the M3 chart at their launch. Maybe they have that buy and sell bot going. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Salami. They just have a buy and sell bot, so it maintains the volatility on it. They gave an announcement there regarding the AI GOAT index on Meteora's thing. Let's see. I'm just checking some stuff out here on Discord, Meteora. Yeah, I mean, on Meteora they talk about the airdrop, but they don't. They're not talking about anything else. Let's see. Already almost 700K TVL on the 5% pool. Geez, the GOAT coin was announced on Meteora DC a couple months ago. It's legit. Staking is live. It must be the team that sniped. GOAT index equals airdrop for the LP army. Goose guys are on it. Meteora retweeted. Yeah, I mean, I think it's saying it's legit. I just, as far as like, just because it's legit doesn't mean you can't get. I don't know if y'all remember M3, but M3 absolutely got wrecked. We were like, oh, this is going to be great out of the gate, and then like a bunch of people ended up getting wrecked on it. And then Meteora came out later, like the team, and was like, oh yeah, we're backing this. And then it ended up doing really well. But in the initial start of it, like it got wrecked pretty hard. And clearly there's some people that bought in early, whether that's the team or other snipers, I don't know. But the fact that it went from like a ton like very quickly makes me hesitant to get in, because you can see like, you know, there's some buys and sells here, but there hasn't been any like big dips or anything, which it may not. Maybe it just launches. I have no idea. But it just makes me hesitant to want to get in on it. If that's the case. I mean, obviously, like the MACD is showing it going way up. The RSI is picking up on it. So it could go higher. But, yeah, I'm just staying safe right now. But if you're interested in it, like, you know, you have to make that decision for yourself, whether you think it's going to do well. Sol's still doing pretty good. I got a bunch of messages on Discord. All right, let's see here. Are you out of Moby for now? Rundown of your pools. Yeah, so let me go ahead, because I need to enter into some positions here as well. Seeing that Sol is doing pretty well, let me wait for this chart to pull up, but it's doing pretty good. It's looking like it might come back down a little bit, but I'm thinking that like Moby is decent. I am out of Moby right now. I haven't bought back in yet. Apparently I've got $3.58 in it. I'll just sell that just to do that there. We'll keep watching AI. I want to get some more. I think I'm going to get some Buzz, and then I need to get in Griffane, and then obviously I'm in ARC and I'm in Grift. Yeah, Buzz is doing really well. I'm going to get some Buzz, and then I need to get in Griffane, and then obviously I'm in ARC and I'm in Grift. Yeah, Buzz is doing really well. 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 Yeah, Buzz is Honestly, I might just, it's a little on the high side of what I normally like, but I might just, I'm going to be hopping off in just a little bit. So I might just buy some spot buzz and set up a two-sided spot pool. And if you aren't already using Good Morning, Good Night, it's awesome. I literally just bought it here. I'm going to come in here to pools. And because my wallet, I have my DLMM wallet integrated into Good Morning, Good Night. Oh, wait, that's AI. I need buzz. I can come in here and just immediately set up a pool because it's already in the wallet that I use here. I'm going to do the 100 bin step 1% pool. And we're going to add the liquidity. I'm going to do autofill spot, 100 bin step 1% spot, add liquidity on the autofill. Oh, wait, don't do that. I didn't do it right. There you go. Now add it. It hadn't updated the buzz that I had bought. So I was about to enter in with like a super tiny position. Cool. So I'm going to get in buzz there. I think I'm going to do the same thing on Graphane. I might even go tighter on Graphane. Like it's staying so sideways. It's crazy. I think I'm going to buy 30 Sol. I'm going to add, Graphane is larger market cap coin. Feel like it's going to be here a while, going to do well long term. And so I feel more confident buying a little bit more of it. And I'll earn less in fees like overall, but I think I might do the 80 bin step 0.8%. The 20 is like really good on fees, but it just might be too tight. I'm okay with just earning like the 0.8 or 1% a day on this. And so we're going to set up an 80 bin 0.8. Again, we're just going to do a spot two-sided like this. Confirm a lot of these larger market caps. I like to get in like this. It's pumped. The price is Sol pumped up, kind of came down. It's kind of starting to settle, and the coins seem to be like finding a good kind of range that they're in. And so overall, like some of these may come down a little bit before they come up. They're a little higher than what I'd want to get into them on. But overall, I like them. I'm going to keep watching Moby. Moby's like the whale watcher thing is like really, really cool. But I honestly don't know like what the utility of the token would be long term. And so I'm kind of like, I really liked it a lot and believe that it had a good amount of hype and would do well. But I'm not sure how long that continues. Like it could go way up from here. I'm really not sure. So I want to watch it, see what kind of tech they're on. The RSI on this is dipping heavily. So like if this ends up reversing here, which we would look at the MACD, it could be a good time to get into Moby, just looking at the chart, not necessarily like what the team or the project's doing, but just off of that alone could be pretty good. Let's see here. Pull up my ARC. And then also like I use Ultra LP to look at my profit and loss, which you can see like on Grift, we're up a crazy amount still. Looks like we're at 47.5%. We've had it open for 2.5 days or a little over 2.5 days. ARC pool, we had one ARC pool that was up a ton. We closed it, but this one that we created is up 20%. So, I mean, like over the course of, a day and 13 hours, 1.5 days, again, like some of these long cooks like this are like really, really good. We're going to keep watching this AI token. Honestly, it'll probably end up doing well. I'm just hesitant on it until some of these snipers get out, or the team can show me what they're doing as far as locking the tokens. So I'll keep a watch on that. And then ARC is just overperformed. Even whenever I get into ARC and it like dips down a ton because the market goes down or whatever, like it always fights back. I think this is just a great token to be in long term. And same with Grift, which I'm also in. Do you trade JLP? Sometimes, Rocky. A lot of times I do either Sol USDC or I do Sol JLP on DeFi Tuna, so I'll use it there. You could also lend JLP because JLP is going to be earning you like 20 or 30% APY, and then you can get like another 10% or something like that on here. Yeah, 10.2%. And this goes up and down as well on the supply APY. So like you can end up getting like JLP is a good long-term hold for sure. You could do that. Buzz is doing pretty good there. AI is looking really good as well, but again, just gonna hold off on that right now. I also am in the X token, which is the X Combinator. They're launching AI agents and stuff like that. I really like this token. Again, I've been holding this forever. It's done between like 150 and all the way up to like 600, but normally does between like 200 and 250% APR, which ends up being a little under 1% a day. I think when I got in, it was around 7 million market cap and the total value was around 15 million. So I'm pretty close because of what I've been earning daily. Even though this is like down on market cap, I'm actually pretty close to my overall LP value. And I think this does well long term. So I'm going to continue to hold this with that sizing as well. So these are kind of all the things that I'm in right now. I bounce between like DeFi tuna, using it in and out, kind of depending on what the market's doing, and then try to earn some fees. And I'm still testing some stuff out on DeFi tuna as well. But a lot of what I'm doing is going to be on Meteora here. Citadel. Yeah, Citadel's decent CF roofing. Could you talk a little bit about the fees on Good Morning, Good Night? Yeah, I could show you. They have documents. Is it here? You'd have to find it. I'm not going to go through it right now, but there's a fee like anything, like trading on any sort of like trading bot. Like if you're using Bonk bot, you're using like anything, any sort of trading bot. There's fees tied to that. They're like fairly minimal. I can't remember exactly. I have looked at it. But like the way that I look at it personally is that when I'm trying to get in and out of stuff and I'm managing multiple pools for my DLMM stuff, the fee that I'm going to pay on this is similar to like why I use Vector, right? Like Vector, that fund is like the benefit of having something fast, of having good information and being able to like get in and out of the bot quickly. Like, yeah, I might pay like 0.1% fee or like a 1% fee, whatever it is. But like, to me that like if I'm using $10,000, right, and a pool is going to drop like a few percentage points, like I'm going to end up losing a lot more than that 0.1 or that 1% if it takes me a long time. And honestly, like I really like using Jupiter. I pretty much only swap things on Jupiter, like USDC Sol or USDT or something. And I use this Jupiter C thing. I pretty much just do it for that. And so I like Jupiter. Is great. But the thing is all the routing and the efficient stuff that it has to be able to get you good prices on Jupiter also makes it really slow. And I find when I'm on meme coins or some of these AI coins and stuff like that, that they that like a lot of times it takes forever to process through it, and then the transaction doesn't always go through. Sometimes it fails. And so like there's been many times where I'm like trying to get in and out of a coin and I end up losing like hundreds of dollars or even sometimes like $1,000 because like the trade's not going through when I want. I've never had that issue with Good Morning, Good Night. It just instantly buys and sells like right away. It does it right where I want. And so to me, the small fee that I pay, the same reason anybody uses any trading bot, right, is that you want it for speed. And so there's a small fee for that. And to me, that's worth it. So that's why I use Good Morning, Good Night. Obviously, part of that fee that you pay when you do that, they give a kickback to me if you use my referral code as well. You can use Good Morning, Good Night just for the information in the charts. Like initially, that's what I did. And then when I realized I could integrate my wallet into it, because a lot of the trade bots and stuff, you have to like load in your like Solana or whatever into the bot. And then you make the trade and then you have to like take it out of the bot back into your wallet. And that's just as cumbersome. So the fact that I integrated in my DLMM wallet into this and it allows me to just buy real quick and then go, like, honestly, like that's been a game changer for me. If you've been watching me for a few months, like, you know that the pain of being on Jupiter and trying to like trade sometimes, like missing out on money has been really tough. What are the main indicators you use when choosing to enter? So I use MACD, which is here. You can click on indicators and you can type it in. So like you just type in MACD and then you click on that. And the other one's RSI. You can just come in here and type it in. It's the relative strength index. And so that's the bottom one down here. And so basically anytime the relative strength index is below like 35, then that's a really, really good sign that like you might be buying in at like a good price. And then I use the MACD to determine the swings. And so basically you watch the lines cross and you watch the bars start to shorten and get lighter in color, signifying that there could be a swing change. So like if you're looking down here, you can see that that's what happened here. This was coming up. It then crossed the lines. It then started to come down. You can see it's starting to weaken here. The lines crossed again. And then when it's near the zero line, meaning near the center here, you'll see sometimes it touches and crosses multiple times. So I don't like to make trades when it's really close to this. You want to make them when they're like up here or when they're like down here. You can see they're further away from the middle line. And usually those are going to be like more significant trade swings. And so I like to look at the MACD like that and this. And then I also draw outlines. So like you can see here using ARC. And so I draw out like support lines, which is when the token comes down, it bounces off of what I call a support. And then a resistance line, when it's trying to move up, it's got to go through something that it's resisting. And so I think that's what they're called with like normal charting. That's the terms that I use. It makes sense to me. And so I also chart out these lines to determine when it bounces off of something and comes back up, or bounces off and comes back down. Usually that's signaling something as well. And so I use all three of these to determine when to get in and out of tokens, as well as looking at socials, seeing what people are talking about, using the other indicators, the other information, on Good Morning, Good Night. So you can see like under snipers, there's no snipers that own any ARC. So there's nobody that got in super early that still has tokens now. And so that's a good sign. There's blue chip, means other people are holding other blue chip tokens, hold this. There's only 10.6% of people that own the token in the top 10. The audit's really good. And then I can use all the other information as well. And so those are all things that I use. What about timeframes? I use 1 minute or 5 minute. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll bounce between the two, because the 1 minute will show the line cross, but the 5 minute hasn't. And so depending on how short-term or long-term I'm trading, a lot of the larger market cap coins, the ones that I'm holding long-term, I'll use the 5 minute on. And then stuff that's a little bit shorter term or lower cap, like if I was going to look at like AI, I'd be using the 1 minute chart to kind of figure out what I want to do. Yeah, crypto Linus, so 1 or 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching Moby and AI just to kind of see what they do. The volume on AI is pretty good. It could like keep going up. Like the MACD is showing it like getting pretty high up here, and it's showing the lines looking like they might be getting close. So you could set up like a one-sided pool. Honestly, this could just keep going way up. I'm really not sure. Again, I'm just being hesitant on this one, but you could set up a one-sided pool on the way down here to try to catch it, and see how it does there. Let me see something here. Yeah, I have some graphene that I bought that I didn't use, I guess. I'm not sure why. We'll just sell it. What is your highest percent in top 10 wallets that you'll tolerate? 10, 15? It really just depends on the token. Like usually if it's like 25% or less, then I'm not too worried about it. If it's like 25% or more, then I start to get like, not necessarily it's like innately a bad thing, but I start to get curious as to why. And so that's when I'll look at like snipers. Like you can see Moby still has a few snipers in it, which again is why I'm kind of, it's done well, but I'm not going to like hold this like super, super long term. You can see like Buzz only has like one sniper left in it. And like when it says sniper, this could be a team member, could have been someone who got in, just bought in early. There's a lot of different things that could determine this, right? But when you look at like ARC, they're all out, right? There's not any in there. And then like if you look at Grift, you have to like look at the team. What is the team? See snipers, there's 0 in Grift as well, which Grift is doing amazing. I think it's going to end up blowing out of my pool. I probably should have bought more and set up a separate pool from this one. I'm in the 100 bin step 2%, so it's still doing well. The good thing about these is that when you have a pair that's SOL and like the token, if SOL is going up with the token, then like you still stay in range because both are going up together, which is really cool. It allows you to stay in. But I've been earning like 7, 8, even upwards of like 12% on Grift for days now, which is why under my Ultra LP, you can see I've been in it for 2 days and 18 hours, and I'm up 48% almost on it. It's really good. Let me refresh this actually. Yeah. Yeah, you can see Buzz, 49% on Grift. You see Buzz and Graphane are both doing pretty good here as well. How useful is the Metlex DLMM tool? It's fairly useful if you're just trying to find pools. I just find that like I manually do what it does like a little bit better. Yeah. What about EOS? It's printing 10% for days for me in Bitask Sol. I guess like it's printing 10%, but what is your overall P&L? That's what I would be interested in. I've seen EOS do well. My Sol Decoder bot has picked up on EOS a few times and done well with it. Well, let's see. I was just checking some stuff out here on Discord. All right. Yeah, AOS. Oh, yeah, I was checking the bot to see what it was on right now. It's actually been on Flog, which is up a pretty good amount right now. Yeah, I mean, AOS is doing pretty good. It's at 39 million market cap. I wonder. This is interesting. Its price is 0.11. How is it at 39 million market cap? Did they burn a ton of this token? Like 30% of it? Do y'all know? This account doesn't exist. Interesting. I mean, that's not a great sign. The Twitter has been renamed 13 times. Is this the right? Am I on the right AOS coin? They've renamed this coin, this AOS coin, a ton. They burned 64% of it. Where can you see that? Considering their Twitter is not real. Wrong X. Yeah, but like, if this is like a major AI like project, why would they not update the Twitter account? It can't, like, they had to have used this at one point. That's why it's on here. They're deciding to burn all foundation tokens. Yes, 64%. Yeah, I mean, it's good that they did that. I'm just curious. Why their Twitter. I mean, y'all will find like I'm always skeptical when I see things. So like the team that made this token would have put in a Twitter, right? They would have put in a Twitter that like for this, right? Like a random Twitter wouldn't have gotten added. The team would have had to have added this Twitter. The Twitter that they added, they've now stopped using, probably because people saw that it had been renamed 13 times from Pongo, AOS Coin, Pongo on Solana, PolitiCat, Foxy, Zip, LGBTQ plus coin, One Token, Demo Coin, the BBC AI coin, tons of different coin names that they've tried to launch off of this. And then all of a sudden this one hit. So I'm like, okay, they've burned, obviously they have burned a lot of it. I could tell that they burned a lot of it because I could see immediately that the price to market cap, there was something off there. And when they burned it, there was a huge pump, but since then it's dumped a lot. You can see that I at one point had it. I probably rolled down on a one-sided soul and then ended up selling it. Photon Miles, I noticed when you added Graphane earlier, you just went into the spot autofill and took the max bins. Do you ever manually select fewer bins? Yeah, I manually select fewer bins sometimes, but I usually try to select a bin step that I like the range on. And so many times I'll just do whatever the autofill is because I know what the percentages is. On a 100 bin step like that, it's going to be 28% down and 40% up. Like that's just the default. I've done it enough. I know what it is, and that's what I'm looking for. Like if I go to add a position here and I do like, whatever, 50 in this, or sorry, I was on the 100. The 80% is 23.31. I was saying the 100 bin is 28 and 40. I wanted to go a little bit tighter on Graphane, which is why I didn't go with the 100 bin. I went with the 80 bin because it's a larger market cap. I think it stays within range pretty well. And so that's why I did that. But you can see on like the 100 bin, 2%. You can see it goes 28% down and 40% up. But sometimes I will manually adjust it depending on what I want. Do you reshape your position sometimes? For example, switching from a bid ask to spot with the price falls? Yeah, absolutely. So like if I'm like you can see here, like this one like has a little bit of reshaping. Sometimes when I add back in fees, I'll do it like on a curve position. Sometimes if I'm adding in because I like the position and I want to add more, but it's already moved a decent amount, sometimes I'll adjust it to spot or bid ask or whatever based on that. So yeah, I shape the positions differently. Any tips for easily entering or rebalancing DLM pools? Depends on what you mean by that. There's like, I have a whole video on my pinned tweet right here on my Twitter. It's the Ultimate DLM Guide. I talk about the basics, the selecting a pool, the advanced strategies, and charting entries and exits, how I get in and out. And so you can go check out this video to learn more. Your question's kind of a loaded question, meaning there's like a lot I could get into with that. I feel like Orca makes it easier to get into pools, but I want to use Meteor more. Yeah, I mean, Orca is a simpler tool, so it would be easier. It's less complex. Orca is a great tool as well if that's something that people feel more comfortable with. They're different, and so you just kind of have to decide what works best for you. Obviously, Meteor has their Met airdrop. I like Meteor, lots of volume there, lots of good tooling, and so right now it makes sense, which is why I'm using it. But if there's something better that comes out in the future, maybe that's what I'll end up doing. So we'll just have to see what that looks like. Yeah, in the future, but that's why I use it. Hey, I am going to hop off shortly. Again, I just want to thank y'all for being here. We're almost up to 600 people watching today. If you're here learning something, hey, I appreciate it. If y'all would go follow me on Twitter. I am trying to get monetized. It's going to take a while because I need ridiculous amount of engagement on there, but I appreciate it if y'all do. Also, if you use your good morning, good night, and do the trade, I'd appreciate it if y'all use my referral code. Yeah, just thank y'all so much for being here. I do stream every Monday and Wednesday, sometimes Tuesdays and Thursdays. This week, I did not stream on Monday because my father-in-law was in the hospital. He is doing much better, so thank you so much for all the prayers. I streamed on Tuesday, I streamed yesterday, and I'm streaming today. Probably won't be streaming tomorrow, but if you want to find out more information or just like chat with me in general, you can join my Discord. The link is in my link tree, which is on Twitter, and is in the description of my YouTube video. You can go to the Discord as well there, and we chat all things DeFi, DLMing, all that kind of good stuff, and can learn more from there. So wanted to thank y'all again so much for being here. I am going to hop off, and I wish y'all the best of luck. Y'all have a great day.